Hey, Fresh, how's it going? Oops. There we go. Okay, I figured out how to get rid of live reactions. Thank goodness. Don't have that stupid thing popped up anymore. All right, happy Thursday, almost to the weekend. We've almost made it. I had a particularly busy day, which is why I'm starting a little bit late, so this will probably be a little bit shorter of a stream than normal. Just want to pull up the news wire here, make sure. How come GTA gets ghosts out in free roam? So rude. Hey, Jack. Alright, Tuesday we've got the new All Hallows maps coming. What is it for this week, though, in terms of what we need to do? Let's see. Alright, I already did all those. Plus, I probably already have them. Ah, here we go. Okay. October 10th through 16th in offer for 30% off a novicing or promising collector role item. I actually think I already used that. I don't remember what I used it on, but I remember seeing a coupon for something. Hey, Zozo, how's it going? Alright, so here with a little bit of Red Dead today. This weekend I'm trying to... This weekend I'm going to try to get a Miles playthrough in, but I actually have something, an event that I forgot about that I want to try to do on Saturday. So we'll have to see how that goes. I don't want to start Miles unless I think I can get through it over the weekend. Whoops, my bad. We got ghosts, killers, possessed animals, clothing, UFOs, weather, and Ghostbusters car. Yeah. Come on, Rockstar. Step your game up. We couldn't even get the ghost train or anything? Come on. How about the ghost in LeGras? Let's go. Something. Even Fortnite got ghosts. Alright, I think I'm at 0.2 gold, so let's see what the challenges are. 5 animal meat sold, 3 complimentary snacks eaten at a saloon, 3 cooked seasoned mutton. I might not have mutton. Oops, let me pause this real quick. Yeah. Pause that, use a little less memory. 750 distance, non-player enemy dragged from horseback. Catch a fish weighing at least 5 pounds. Place top 3 with the score in free room events. And 2 western chipmunks collected. Well, I'm gonna go check out for some chipmunks real quick. Here's my go-to chipmunk spot. See if anything is there, and I'll start doing a couple more of these. Oh, you know what? I probably should have eaten some stew, but that's okay. I don't know if I'll do a CTA or not. I definitely probably don't want to do one solo. It'll take too long. I only got about an hour and a half that I can stream today. Thanks for that last job. Nice looking horse. Thank you. I had to get it specifically for this outfit. This is my Halloween costume and Halloween horse. Although I'm not cosplaying with Spirit, this would really be like Spirit, Stallion of the whatever. But I think it goes well with this character. Pull out my little lasso.
What are you doing?
I'm getting in character. I'm getting in character. Don't bother me. Hey, Diana, how's it going? Diana, look, I got rid of the live reactions. I don't know if you were here for that discussion the other day. I figured it out. I did some Googling. I don't know if it takes it away for you guys as well, but it took it away for me. So there's no heart blocking chat, which is nice. I was just thinking about Toy Story. Love Bullseye. Ride like the wind, Bullseye. I should be paying attention. I only have 4 sedatives. Squirrel. I kind of just barreled in here though, so chances of getting a chipmunk are probably pretty low. There's one. Sorry, I was usually I can get 2 running together. I'll snatch this one. I came in like a wrecking ball. Hey, Gypsy. Yeah, I didn't know you could remove it either. So dumb. We'll have to get another chipmunk later. In answer to your text, I'm streaming. Just started. Long day at work. Got stuck a little late there. Oh, we got trapped there. Alright, let's see what the other dailies are, actually. Complete is down. No, we're not going to do that one. 3 with reinforced lasso. More than one bird at once. Probably not going to do that. Probably don't have a resupply. Probably should just do some collecting. Change decor, 2-story missions. Wow, these are not great dailies. Okay. Alright, let me go to the Moonshine Shack. Wasn't it changed decor yesterday? I changed my picture. I changed it back to the fox, which I really like. Now I gotta change it again? While I'm here, I'm gonna eat some complimentary snacks. I'm gonna eat some snacks. Let me just make sure that was the daily. Change decor. Again. You know, there's so many things they could do. They just don't.
Alright, let's get to business.
Sounds good. Alright. Not bar decor. Went with photos. I just went back to the fox. Look at that cute little fox. Alright, we need another picture. We'll go with the deer. It's not like I ever look at it anyway. If I were going to do a CTA, which CTA would I want to do? I think no, I think the only one I haven't done now since they've been back is the Heartland oil field. Hey, Ducky, how's it going? Does this count for the complimentary snack? Yeah. Nice. Give me some more almonds, please. What? I moved too soon. Apparently I have to finish the animation. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and sell this moonshine just cause. I had to sell some meat as well.
So, what
Make
shall
some
we
mutton.
create?
What shall we create?
At last, the day is here. I need you to understand that this is the
most important delivery.
When we receive an order for the cream of the crop, the non-pareil, this is a rare chance, yes? Of course, I know you will not.
I think, let's see, we've done
let me
Armadillo.
down.
We did Shady
But
Bow.
This quality is not for the revenue man,
I did
eh?
Bulgur
Take your time.
and Limpany.
Don't get caught. This
I think it's
is
just Heartland.
worth it. Understand?
Deliver to the cabin. We're gonna make a right, take a little shortcut. Let's see how many sets I have too. It's not a ton. I probably could get another set for a couple things by collecting just a couple items. We are going off-road here. Did my character partake in a little bit of the moonshine before we got on this delivery, or what? Does anybody have any plans for the weekend? Doing any fall-related activities?
I ain't playing.
Any, like, corn mazes, pumpkin patches? I really can't see a single thing. Holy smokes. Nope. Nope. Haunted houses. I'd be perfectly happy never setting foot in a haunted house ever again. Hey Thomas, my day's going well. How's your day going? I'm excited. Tomorrow's Friday. He shot my horse! Did you see that? What a bitch! What an absolute bitch! Can't shoot me, so you shoot my horse? Rude. Hey Louise, how's it going? The Universal Studio Haunted Mansions were no joke. Ah, I remember doing the Haunted Mansion though. Is that the one where in the mirrors sometimes, or like as you're going by there's mirrors and there'll be like ghosts in the mirror right next to you? I feel like that was less scary than like haunted houses. But still not my favorite. The worst one that I was in was a black and white checkered room, and I'm talking walls, floor, ceiling, with a strobe light going, and a clown dressed in black and white checkers in the corner. And so the clown, you walk into the room, and of course the strobe light's going in this black and checkered room. And Disney's Haunted Mansion is the best. So, oh, you're talking about haunted houses. Okay, yeah, haunted houses. And so this clown dressed in this black checkered suit with white face paint and black, kind of like It, sort of, but like black and white, starts walking toward us. And because it's a strobe light in a checkered room, it's like he's literally transporting. Every time he steps, it's like blinking out and blinking back in just a little closer to us. So you can't actually see him walking slowly towards you. He's literally teleporting to you, and it's terrifying. I was like, get me out of this room immediately. No, thank you. I don't like it. And then there was the guy at the chainsaw at the haunted house that clearly had no qualms with touching. Like, you weren't allowed to touch the actors, but they were allowed to touch you. And I was like, this is some bullshit. And they'll get their chainsaws right up next to you, and the one guy was like touching my hair, and I was like, I literally will punch you in the face. Back away. Back away. Evil fiend. Chucky came out and terrified me. Pretty much anything terrifies me when it comes to scary stuff. I did watch, so I've watched Hocus Pocus now. What if I watch Halloween related? Oh, I watched, so there's The Canterville Ghost. It's an older movie. It actually had Alyssa Milano in it as a kid. There's several different versions. Like there's a 1940s version, I believe, black and white. And then I think there's a newer version. Maybe with Nev Campbell, which is weird. Thank you for sharing, Luminosity. Appreciate it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Canterville Ghost. Alyssa Milano's a kid. It's actually really good. It's an old, it's an old movie, but it's actually really good. One more, and you might as well just leave on your own because you're gonna get kicked out. I mean, what is, dude? Please, but as your next comment, please just tell me what the thought process is. Like, I'm gonna pop into somebody's chat and get myself kicked out in the span of 30 seconds. Is it like a timing thing? You're just like, how fast can I get like banned from a stream? I'm curious. I'd love to know if there's like some kind of a challenge You're like, you have like your notebook out and you secretly like are just recording times. You're like, this channel, 1 minute, 30 seconds. This channel, 25 seconds. And then you like rate your comments to see which ones get you kicked out the fastest. Just wanted to share because you're proud and you can't tell people at work you did it. What makes you think that anybody here wants to know? Like, congratulations, you had a normal human bodily function? Like, gold star, chocolate chip cookie? I mean, gold cookie. Dude, what do we think a gold cookie would be? Would it be like, are we talking like gold? Like I could sell this cookie and it'd be gold? Or are we talking like it's golden in color? Like it just came out of the oven? I don't know. There are speedrun bans on certain lives. Speedrun bans. Also, hi Smut. I hope you have a great day as well. Playing Need for Speed Payback for Halloween. I got some horror games and movies. Nice. What's your favorite? Oh, Thomas. What's your favorite scary movie? Is your character like what's her face from Toy Story? Yes. It's hard to see in the dark. Ride like the wind, bullseye. Can I get my horse to rear up as I'm doing this? No. No. I'm trying to get my horse to rear, but I've suddenly forgotten how to do it. I don't know. I'm freaking out here. Hey Connor, how's it going? Once I got a ban after 2 seconds, I think first message ever. Wilkie, thank you so much for the $4.99 donation. I see Stream Elements is coming through with letting me know that finally again. Sheesh, appreciate you. Honestly, you're too much. You are too much. For a while, Stream Elements was being real cranky about letting me know. It was just like a surprise. I just log in my account, surprise. What was I gonna do? I gotta cook some mutton, which I'm not sure I have. Let's see. See if I got it. Mutton. I think it's a boy thing, honestly, the comment. It's like it's totally a boy thing. But yeah, Jesse. It's Jesse. My favorite scary movie, by the way, is the Scream series. Like, I love the Scream series. And you gotta go OG Scream 1, first Scream. Fantastic. You know, though, Scream 3 is very underrated. Like, a lot of people hate Scream 3, and they're just like, oh my god, it's the worst Scream ever, blah, 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 blah. Scream 3 was pretty underrated, though, I would say. I think if you hate it, you need to give it another chance. They're not supposed to be serious. It's like a very fine balance between some scary and some funny. It was basically making fun of the horror genre. Scary movie kills me. I mean, yeah. Especially when they're like on the phone and, and the ghost face is calling or whatever, and he's like, what's your favorite scary movie, or who is this, or I forget how, and the guy's like, what's up, and then they're all just like totally high, and the ghost face mask changes to this like high ghost face. It's like hilarious. Scariest horror film was Strangers. I probably have not seen it because honestly I'm a wimp when it comes to horror movies, so I can't watch them. Hey Juo, how's it going? Classics for me is a Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Saw, Scream. Saw to me is like... Oh, I can do a respy. Saw to me is like not necessarily scary. It's more like gory. Like I wouldn't be scared to watch Saw, if that makes sense. I like...
But I seem to be the exception to that rule. Anyway,
anything that deals with like paranormal stuff, like ghosts, like demons, like that tends to be more what freaks me out than like, let's say even watching like serial killer stuff like Criminal Minds. Or like Scream doesn't really scare me that much because it's a person, even though it's like, you know, the stuff that could actually happen doesn't freak me out anywhere near as much as the stuff that is not going to happen. Does that make sense? It's the home invasion movie with Liv Tyler. Yeah. I can't do like paranormal stuff, like paranormal and shit. What's that movie called? Paranormal something. Can't do that. Exorcist, no. Yeah. There was a movie that came out in 1981 called Ghost Story that I found fairly terrifying. I was like the Exorcist original Halloween. You know what? I need to watch the original Halloween, honestly. I've never seen it all the way through. Hey, Roger. How are you? Happy Halloween, almost. But yeah, as far as Halloween stuff goes, I watched Hocus Pocus, and I watched Nightmare Before Christmas today, or finished up today. We are on shells. Okay, let's go there. Let's do a bow and arrow here. I think this is chemicals, right? Don't shoot my chemicals. Tree took that one. I like the delay in releasing the bow. It's like a little hesitation. My bad. Oh, and I don't have my shotgun on me. Shocking! Oh, I was gonna do the animation. It won't let me pull out my bow. Man. Alright, well, I'd like to have a gun on me, so come here, horse. Saw Final Destination Ring 28 weeks later, 28 days later. Okay, I can actually watch The Ring, surprisingly, except the part with the distorted face. I'm okay except for that part, pretty much. Although the horse scene is fairly terrifying as well. But The Ring is not terrible. I don't love it when the girl crawls out of the well. I can't really watch that too much either. But it's not the worst one. The worse than The Ring was the one with the little boy that like crawls on the ceiling or whatever. I forget what that one's called. Final Destination, that's a whole different kind of terrifying though. Can you imagine that something like that happened and now you know that for the rest of your life you have to like be like worried that you're gonna die some insane death? Can I go this way, or is this like not gonna be a good way? Okay, first of all, rude. Or I'm sorry, you guys just hanging out down there? All right, well, see ya. Bye. I would rather have died on the plane. You know what I'm saying? Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween movie, or Christmas movie? You have to pick only one. That's a good question. I would go Halloween movie personally, because even though like he does the whole Santa thing, it's all about him being the like king, you know, and Halloween, and I'd say Halloween movie. So yeah, Final Destination for the longest time, like any time there's like a big truck with like logs on it. I don't think this was a good way for me to go. I've made it. Oh no, I can make it right up here. Okay. Sir. Unacceptable behavior. I'm doing pretty good, Roger. I don't know if I answered that. Busy work days. But not too bad. Trying to blow this wagon up. I could probably handle trick or treat. Yeah, I don't know what trick or treat is. Can I handle it? I wanted to watch The Corpse Bride right after, but they didn't actually have it on Disney Plus. I was like, how can you have... I take this over the edge? That would have been great. You imagine if I took that over the edge and then it like blew up as it was like turning in? That'd be fantastic. Love horrors. Oof. My nightmares are terrifying. I don't know if anybody here has been through some of my explanations of my nightmares, but honestly, like, my nightmares are worse than probably anything I could watch. I don't need to give him more fuel. I really don't. I don't want to kill this deer. My camp's empty, but I don't want to. Alright, let me pull up the Jinroki map. We need to catch a fish. Oh, we could have dragged one of those enemies and sell some meat. Alright, let me sell some meat. Oops.
Easy there.
Don't be such a crybaby, Crips. Yeah, the camp raid event pop-up? I haven't seen that one in forever. Oh, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Hey, we were talking about that the other day. Isn't that based off the Scary Stories books? Which were terrifying to me when I was a child. Terrifying. Like the one with the head that comes out of the attic. Or Bloody Fingers. Or, actually, the most terrifying was my favorite stories as a kid. I bought the full box set at a Scholastic book fair because I like to buy books. I like to buy books that I'll never read. What's really I feel like I'm the type of person that could, like, a company could hire me to find out if their cover is good, because I will buy books based off the covers, the way it looks, the paper. Like, I aesthetically, that's sometimes how I buy books. And it's not a good way to buy books, honestly, because it doesn't say anything to the content in the book. But that's how I buy books sometimes. I feel like a company could hire, I could make money, like, just testing for them. Would I buy this book? Yes or no?
Hey there, friend.
So sweet.
How can I help?
One of the most terrifying ones in the Scary Stories, I believe it was in, I want to say it was in Scary Stories 3, just because I feel like that was the more real life stories ones. Maybe. I could be wrong, though.
Pretty standard
Was the
fare
one
these
where the
days.
girl and her mom go to the hotel or somewhere and they, like, check in. I'm pretty sure it was a hotel. They check in and then the mom, like, gets sick. I think I've sold 5 and dies. And the hotel staff, like, take her body away and they, like, completely change the decor in the room. Or, like, they clean the room, they change the decor, they change the locks, I think. When the daughter comes back, she can't get in the room and she goes down and they all act like they've never seen her before. You're not checked in here. Like, we've never seen you before. And she talks about her mom and we've never seen your mom. Basically, they gaslight her. I don't remember how it ends, though. But oof. Can you imagine? That's where it's from. Scary Stories. They were terrifying. And I think there was the one where the girl has the ribbon around her neck. And it's like, don't undo the ribbon, blah, blah, blah. And she's, like, dating the guy. And then he, like, pulls the ribbon or whatever and, like, the head falls off. Like, her head falls off. I sort of remember the one with the black dog, but I can't remember which one that is. I remember the one with the one with the horse and the guy, like, nails the shoes onto the horse and then it turns into his wife or whatever. Or something. Or maybe it wasn't a horse. I don't know. Like, she was the horse. I can't remember which... I remember one with the black dog, but I can't remember the story. I'm curious. I'm supposed to be pulling up the Jinroku map here, by the way. Do. Damn ribbons, I hate when that happens. Yeah, I know that I keep my head on with a ribbon around my neck. Dude, I kind of, like, want... I think, like, years and years and years later when I was an adult, I got the books again, or, like, rented them. I borrowed them from the library or something, because I wanted to see if they were, like, as terrifying as I remember. It's funny what your brain remembers. Apparently they were traumatic. Yeah, the one where the guy, yeah, the toe sticking up out of the ground. Oh, or the one where the coins are on the guy's, they go to bury the person, they put the coins on the eyes, and the guy steals the coins, and then the corpse, or the dead guy comes looking for the coins. Clink, clinkety, clinkety, clink, clink, or something like. I remember the one where the head falls out of the attic is Me Ty Dodie Walker. You've unlocked memories from my past. I can't believe we used to literally sit down in a room in the dark reading those stories to each other. I read them on my own. I didn't have people to read them with. Hey, Dead Girl, how's it going? I remember when I was very young, probably elementary school age young, I remember going over to my cousin's for a, like there was a big sleepover. Maybe it was a party of some sort. Maybe one of them was having a birthday. But I remember there's a sleepover because I remember there were a bunch of us. I think we were telling like scary stories or whatever. And I remember that like the light in the bathroom went out and the trash can knocked over. And I remember all of us girls just started screaming. My guess is somebody like did that, like thinking back now, like somebody did that to try to scare us. And I remember we had our sleeping bags and we all slept in my aunt's bedroom on the floor. And we were just in our sleeping bags because none of us could stay by ourselves after that. Better than Goosebumps? I actually really liked reading some of the Goosebumps. And when I was in, I want to say 4th or 5th grade, in the reading class we were actually reading a bunch of the Goosebumps books. And I started out in there. And then the teacher was like, you're too advanced for this class. Because I was a reader. Like, I'd been reading forever. She's like, you're too advanced for this class. We're going to put you in this advanced reading class. Like, you need more of a challenge for your reading because these are too easy. These books are too easy for you. And I remember I had to read The High King. And I was like, the High King was an awful book. It was terrible. And I remember hating the class. And I was like, literally, you took somebody who was enjoying a class and enjoying what I was reading, and you forced me to read something that I don't like. That I did not want to read. I feel like that's the problem a lot of times with the kids. Like kids that are like, oh, I hate reading. It's because they're being forced to read stuff they don't like. But if you let them pick stuff that they like I feel like it'll make them more of a reader. They can choose. Now, that being said, there are a couple books in school that I was exposed to that were really good books that I'm glad I read. The Giver is one of them. The Giver is an amazing book, and if you've never read it, you should read it. If you have seen that there's a movie, avoid that like the plague. The movie is terrible. No. I had a boy comes and would constantly pick on me and even locked me in the closet, so he was always putting me in those positions of scary books. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? Screw getting challenged at school. Sometimes having fun is better. I mean, sometimes you don't want to take the love of reading away. I actually know people as adults that now don't read that much, and they're not a fan of reading because of the books they were forced to read in school. There's challenging, and then there's also enjoying what you're learning. I learn so much better when I'm enjoying what I'm learning. If I'm being forced to do something, like, not so much. Like, you're not gonna challenge me into reading, like, enjoying reading something that I don't want to read. You're just gonna make me hate reading it even more. I never liked reading, not even when I got to pick my own book. I mean, it's not everybody likes reading, for sure. It's like not everybody likes gaming. Not everybody likes hiking. Not everybody likes sports. Everybody's a little bit different. But I feel like we do turn a lot of people off from reading with our sometimes force. That's why I think having a book of like, or like having like a list of like books, like maybe not giving your child or the kids at school like a complete freedom, but having a list of like some choices. I'm glad you're getting better, Thomas, and I'm glad you're somewhere where you can do that, where you can get better. I only read mostly educational. I'm a big nonfiction reader nowadays. I read a lot of like a lot of different types of nonfiction, but I think a lot of stuff I like to read right now is more centered on like nutrition type stuff. I like audiobooks. I want to love audiobooks, but I don't that much. Like I do, but I don't. If that makes sense. I made a vow not to read another book when my 3rd grade teacher told me I couldn't do a book report on Where's Waldo. Books for me are like watching a movie. If it's a really good book and I have to take a break for a second and go do something and I come back, I've actually sat down in front of the TV before and been like, where's my show? Like, where was what I was watching? Books can be magical. They can give you like, they can transport you to all kinds of places. Like, I'm just saying. It's because I can't focus on when I'm reading ADHD. I think, see, that can be a problem for me too if I'm not enjoying what I'm reading. And even when I'm enjoying what I'm reading, sometimes I just can't read in the moment because, yeah, I'm too unfocused to read. So I feel that. Pony Pals, I remember that too. I was obsessed with ponies as a child. My favorite book series growing up, Diana, was the Thoroughbred series by Joanna Campbell. Thoroughbred by Joanna Campbell, and there was another series, The Horse with Spitfire, the Golden Filly series. I can't remember the author for that one. Nancy Drew. I love me some Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys. Yes. Even before that, older than Nancy Drew, Diana, I had a family friend. I just got a quartz. Yes. Trixie Belding. They're super older books. Like I had a family friend give me a bunch of theirs, and they're very old books. Trixie Belding was like Nancy Drew before Nancy Drew. If I was an English teacher, I'd only do the chosen book reading and the lesson, but if I was to set homework for a point, evidence, explanation stuff, I'd let my students choose their own book. See, that's good. I think that's a good compromise. I used to... Oops. I used to be the best reader back in school, which was 20 years ago. Now I can't even read a single line properly. What kind of things do you like to do then, Solo? What are your extracurricular fun stuff? Obviously, I'm more into... It's not that I'm more into gaming than reading now. I just game more than I read now. If that makes sense. I like reading inspirational stories, too. Like nonfiction inspirational stories. Unbroken is one of my favorites. I was reading that recently. Oh, somebody mentioned Harry Potter. Harry Potter is magical, Roger, and I love the Harry Potter series. I finally, a couple years ago, also made it through the Lord of the Rings books, which, let me tell you, they were some hard books to get through. Hard books to get through. But once I finally did the first time, then it was fine. After that, I've actually read through them a couple times now. All right, bye, Roger. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. I like listening to the Life is Strange books. Isn't that a game? I didn't realize they were books, too. Is it the same thing? I love Lord of the Rings. Me, too. It just took me forever to be able to read the books. There's so much detail in the first one. Like, the first 50 pages is nothing, and then there's like, here's a tree. And this tree, and then he drones on for like 3 pages about trees, and I'm just like, oh my god, move it along, let's go. It's like Frodo and Bilbo have their birthdays, and it's like, and then 20 years passed before we went on our journey. I'm like, wait, it's much faster in the movie. Much faster. What did I just get there? Oh, I must have had a bunch of whatever I had. I'm supposed to be, like, getting specific stuff, and I'm totally not. Alright, let's go for this arrowhead over here. I'm literally just talking and riding around and doing nothing. It's sometimes the best way to play this game. It's, like, in between games, like, what happens to the minor characters that later you can choose to date in the game. So, Dead Girl, I don't think I actually bought it, but Life is Strange, I think the second one, maybe, is on my wish list, and I've heard really good things about it. I kind of want to play it, but I have so much other stuff right now. I don't believe in homework for 2 reasons. If the teacher can't teach the curriculum within the allotted amount of class time, they should be teaching, and 2, if you don't work off the clock, why do schoolwork outside of school? I agree. I think our whole school system is messed up. There is literally no reason to spend 8 hours a day in school, and I get it. There's a lot of kids. It takes longer to teach stuff because there's so many kids. Like, I understand why, but at the same time, like, for the individual student, to spend 8 hours a day doing work you could probably do in 4 hours, and then having to go home and do homework is ridiculous. Like, school shouldn't, and I get it. Parents are at work. Daycare is expensive, but there's got to be a better system, like, honestly. Because kids are spending all day in school, wasting time that they don't need to, when they could be learning the things they need to be learning in less of the time. And then they could be out learning stuff in the world, stuff that you aren't taught in school. And then when they come home, they should be able to be a kid. They should be able to go outside and play with friends or play a sport. And they shouldn't have to worry about doing hours worth of homework. It's ridiculous. another reason why I'm pretty safe to say at this point I probably will never have children. I just can't imagine like doing that. I would have to figure out how to like homeschool them or be in some type of a group where we take turns and like I don't know. I just don't think I could send my kids to school to go through that kind of stuff.
Yep.
It's unproductive. But I get it. People learn at different speeds, and that's why it takes longer. But honestly, that's why it's so tough, too, because you have a child that's not being challenged enough because they learn so much faster, and you have a kid that's getting frustrated because they take a little bit longer to learn something or they learn in a different way. And so neither one of them are really getting, you know, the best out of school. And it's, you know, those are the extremes. Like, there are some kids that do fine. Most kids probably do fine. I don't know. My joy for learning came after school was over. Yeah. I like to learn things I'm interested in. I don't like being forced to learn stuff. That's why going back to school here in the spring, I'm going to hate it because I'm going to be learning stuff I really don't want to learn just to get the degree. And that's sort of dumb.
Yeah.
Life is Strange is a great series. I personally like all 4 games. I've seen some really good reviews of them. I remember reading Harry Potter in 5th grade. My friend and I enjoyed it. We would look up the one YouTube video. Ron Weasley.
Yep.
It's the best. I remember, I'm a little bit older than you, so I forget how old I was when the last book was coming out, but definitely an adult. And my friend and I used to argue about whether or not Snape was like evil or good or like which side he was on. I just like to play games, but apart from that, just work. See, I like playing games too. I do that probably more than most things right now. Although I've recently gotten back into like actually taking care of myself a little bit. So I've been going for walks every day.
Yeah.
I've gotten back into lifting maybe not every weekend, but at least every other weekend. I'm trying to check out a new like park nearby or hiking trails. This weekend, there's like a fall event going on at a place. It's not super close, so I think it's like 40 minutes away. But I might go check that out. Don't kill my horse! I just forget sometimes I need to slow down with this gun. A lot of people in Cali are homeschooling because of those reasons. Exactly. I know it's not feasible for everybody though, so it's like such a hard conversation because I know there's people that would want to homeschool their kids that just they can't because I mean let's be honest, like a lot of families out there need 2 incomes coming in just to survive because things have gotten so expensive. Oh, it's crazy. What am I doing for school? So as of right now, I am going to go for a business degree. I'm going to start with my AA. I was stupid. I went to college once before. I was a science major. I was pre-vet. I was basically 1 year of credits out from getting my bachelor's when I decided I didn't want to be a veterinarian anymore. And a really awesome job opened up in a martial arts school. And that's what I ended up doing for the last, 17 years before I moved down here. So the nice thing is some of my credits transferred, like I don't have to take any basics like math, English, like all that stuff transferred, which is pretty cool. But like because I was a science major, I don't get a lot of credits toward anything else. So like the actual degree. So I going part-time, it's still going to take me a long time even to get an AA. What I think that I want to do is something with data analytics. So I'm looking into that a lot more. I'm starting to do like little mini courses on my own to just try to like see if it's something I'd be interested in. If it is, the college I'm going to does have a data analytics certificate, which is the only reason I'm not going for that right now because I want to get an actual degree. Because there's this weird thing down, at least down here, I don't know if it's everywhere, where when you go to apply for a job, they want to see the degree. Like, as I've applied for jobs, like, it doesn't matter my background, my experience. I've got so much experience in small business management. and they want to see a degree down here. So I want to at least get my AA to start. I'd like to get my bachelor's. Going part-time is kind of tricky. I would almost consider trying to just like take a hiatus from life and doing more classes. The problem is I can only get 2 classes paid for by my work. So I'd have to shell out the money to pay for it. So I just have to decide. But I'm thinking data analytics might be a way I want to go. I think I would be good at it, and I really want to work from home, and I think that's going to be a good way to get there. I never liked learning. I was one of those kids that had to work twice as hard just to pass. Yeah. I feel that. Because it's so hard, right? And it probably... I feel like people, like students who do it, it does take them a little bit longer. My brother, for example, needs more time on tests and things. He's like got this really great memory. He can pull facts out of like things I would never remember. Like his memory's awesome. He just takes a little bit more time to like do tests and stuff. And I feel like, all right, just make this. No, that's not what I wanted either. If kids like that had a little bit more individual tailoring, like it would cut down on the amount of time it would take. There wouldn't be as much struggle, if that makes sense.
I've outdone myself with a stew this time.
Okay, I didn't mean to shoot at him, but I feel like that was an appropriate response for saying he made the stew when clearly I just made the stew. I hated bothering teachers too. I was, math was always a really good subject for me, but physics was really hard for me. And I had a physics class that I didn't do well in. And it's because I didn't want to go. I was having trouble and I didn't want to go to the teacher and be like, I'm struggling with this. And so I ended up withdrawing from the class. And then I had a physics with calculus class. Like I was going to do that one like later, whatever. And it was the same thing. And I was like, I just didn't want to get out. Alcoholics Anonymous. Associate's degree. That's all right. I was like, what does A stand for? Come on. My ADD makes school hard for me. I think it's just so hard. Like ADD, ADHD, these are real things, and like it can just make it kind of tricky for people in school. I always got lost in math, but algebra and calculus with physics, I was a bit better. Interesting. Yeah, physics was definitely my Achilles heel. Data analytics with machine learning, Snowflake Cloud, and some programming language, just Python. Learning those skills are good for start. That is exactly what I'm looking at, Solo. Thank you. I'm looking at a bunch of the things you just mentioned there. I don't have any experience with those programs, but I'm a pretty quick learner. I'm pretty good with math. I'm rusty as hell, but I think I could do it. Whether or not I'll enjoy it is kind of what I'm exploring right now. I'm going through just this short course. I'm only two of the 8 in, and it actually runs you through like kind of a real world project where you get access to data, old data, but it was like real world data. Hey, there's a bounty up there. And you're gonna they're gonna walk you through basically the entire process of like cleaning the data, like analyzing the data, like all kinds of stuff, answering questions. So I'll kind of get a little bit of a taste if it's something maybe I would like. I'm trying to get up to you. I'm gonna take you in. I dropped physics for that same reason too. Oh, it was rough. I had a really bad calculus teacher though too. I actually had 2 bad calculus teachers. And I just got my high school transcripts and you can see it. I was like, nope, not making it up. Withdrew failing on purpose. Because he was not teaching calculus. And I was real salty that he would not let me drop his class. My only A was in physics and chemistry. Nice. So you got that kind of brain.
Oh, hell!
I was a biology. I like science. Science more than math even, but like science and math brain. I did not have an English brain. Even now my English is like questionable. My grammar, my spelling. I think physics was easy because the teacher put the formulas on top of the sheet for us. I think if I had asked questions and had a better background in chemistry or calculus, it would have been a little bit better. I was good at chemistry until we started balancing electrons. Like balancing the equations was one of my favorite things to do in chemistry class. I loved my organic chem class. Organic chem 1 and 2. I had a great college professor. and then inorganic chem. Although I didn't like it as much as organic chemistry. And I stopped going to college. This semester, I had signed up for a comparative anatomy and physiology course, and I was real excited about that one. My biology teacher didn't even teach us. He just talked about his dying cat. Oh, no. Oh, no. I studied fire science, EMT, pathophysiology, and hazmat. Oh! 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 Ma'am! Ma'am, come back! My math teacher got fired for being racist in the middle class. I've told this story before, but,
Jesus Christ!
Oh, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to run so I can tackle you again. In college, I had a ethics class. I had to take a philosophy class. And day one, we had a professor. Seemed like a really cool guy. Seemed like it was gonna be actually a fun class, even though I thought it was a stupid topic. And then next day we showed up, or the next time we had class, because I think it was a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we had okay, that didn't work. She didn't refer enough. We had another teacher in there, someone who was older than dirt. And I could tell it was not going to be a good experience. And I was like, is this the son? And then he's like, no, I'm going to be your teacher for the rest of the semester. So our guy got fired because he was under investigation for child pornography, which I feel like is, first of all, awful. But you were teaching ethics. Like, what? And I'm pretty sure he was convicted. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he was convicted. It's been a long time now, though.
Get these ropes off me!
Yeah, big oof. And then our teacher, like, they had brought him out of retirement because, of course, the school year has started. There's nobody. Like, they just had to, I'm surprised they didn't just cancel the class, honestly. And this guy I think I got a B or a C in the class because, like, he would grade stuff. You'd have the answer correct. He would grade it, mark it wrong, and then you'd go talk to him. He'd be like, oh, you're right. You did get that right. And I'd be like, look, word for word from the book, buddy. But he wouldn't change our grades. There were a bunch of us that were real unhappy about it. Word on the street was my chemistry teacher never showered. I had a government teacher that was kind of sketch in high school. Yeah, I don't think he showered. But also he was kind of sketchy in a, like, also like a kid's, like, no way kind of a way. I won't swear to it. I won't even swear to it because now I think, like, I remember something happening where he was under, like, investigation or whatever for, like, chatting with the underage female student. But again, long time. It's been a long time. My math teacher told a black person that they should go back to being a slave in front of the whole class. And yeah, last time we saw her, justified. I done smacked her across the face.
It said on the poster, it's all right.
Be like,
there
no,
for you.
no, ma'am, or no, sir. Unacceptable behavior. I need the law. She was crazy, or where was she ended up in a mental hospital? Like, the excuse that you were raised that way can only go so far. Once you're an adult, like, man up. Woman up. You can't blame stuff on, like, oh, well, that's just how I was raised. I want to do another bounty, but I don't want to do it out of here. You guys had awful teachers. I had some really great teachers, too. I had an anatomy teacher in high school, Dr. A. Dr. A? Mr. A. Mr. A. I don't think he was a doctor. Mr. A. Mr. Alasakis, Mr. A. We could only call him Mr. A once we could spell his name. He was the best, though. I loved him. He was fantastic. My chemistry teacher in college was an awesome lady. My second grade teacher was fantastic. I had two fourth grade teachers that were amazing. Like, oh, my Spanish teacher in high school had her all 4 years. The only reason I kept taking Spanish was because of Miss Creekmore. She was amazing, and I loved her. So yeah, I had some really good teachers too. You tend to remember the bad experiences, though. I think. My economics teacher was very handsome. Okay, before I continue reading this, Diana, I just have to tell you. When I was in high school, we got a history teacher, brand new, like first year he taught at the school I was going to. Oh my gosh. He was like young, fresh out of college, but like not like, he's a good looking man. And he was like very kind of like rugged too. Like he had like kind of longish hair, like I remember. Yeah, he was hot. he was, I think that's probably the best looking teacher I've ever had, ever. Anyway, to finish your story. Very nice too, would always joke with us. For Halloween, he wore bread around his neck. He was a ginger, so gingerbread was the costume. That's amazing. He would push us to do our best, and if he saw you struggling, he'd come to you and tell you how you could do better or get extra credit. That's so nice. I forgot about that history teacher until you just said that too. Don't worry, I wasn't the only one that thought that. And the cool thing was this guy was genuinely like a really nice guy. He was funny. It was a great class. We had a blast. I think just having a good teacher makes such a difference, honestly. I feel like we've had so much sunlight during the stream. I'm so excited about it. Oh, alerting the enemies. We're going into nighttime cycle though. My cousin used to sell weed to my American government teacher. He always had a can of Coke and a Snickers bar on his desk. He always looked super high and happy as shit. Wonder why. Oof. After 9th grade, all I cared about was music. I was super disappointed when I moved in middle school. I had been taking, first of all, when we moved, like I get why we moved, but like there was a biology class we were doing where there was a local like wetlands area, and we were going to be going out. We had these binders, taking samples. We were going to be like in the field, learning science, and then we moved, and so I didn't get to take all of that class. Like I got like a month of it, and I was so excited when I moved. We had nothing like that where I was. But anyway, I was also playing the violin and in chorus, and when I moved, I had to pick one. I couldn't do both. They like happened at the same time. I really wish I kind of wish that I love to sing, but like I'm never going to be fantastic at it. I wish that I had stayed with the violin actually, just so I could play it now. Where are my bounties? Excuse me, sir. How's my kidney?
Get up there!
Where'd that horse go? There was just a horse there. Hey, Black Wolf, how's it going?
Stop, damn you! Good God!
Ah, I love me the violin. I love stringed instruments. Come here, Bullseye. This is no time to be eating grass or dirt or rocks or whatever you're eating over here.
Jesus Christ!
What the devil?
What the devil?
I'm gonna haunt you like a ghost.
I'm gonna haunt you like a ghost. I played the flute and violin when I was younger, but I think I let my shyness get in the way and decided not to go for it anymore. Yeah, I wish I'd kept it up. My brother, I think, played the flute. I was always a stringed instrument fan. It's never too late to learn violin again. It's true, and I've thought about it, but I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time. My English teacher, I had a nightmare teacher. She used to be a cheerleader in high school and never made anyone forget it. She was annoying. I had the best English teacher, like funny. She was like a year out from retiring, and she told the craziest story. She told the story once where she was in the mall. She was walking. She had some bags in her hand, and this person started following. This guy started following her, and she's like imitating it in the class. And she's like, I'm walking, and I get to her. I'm like getting toward the entrance, and he's still following me. And he had like followed her around. She'd like take different paths or whatever, and he was still following her. And so she's like, I stopped, I turned around, I dropped my bags, and then she like jumps into like this karate type pose. And she's like, and I just started yelling at him, and I was like, bring it on. And she's like yelling, and Archie like, and she was like 70, or at least in her 60s. And I was like, you are a trip, ma'am. I love it. My friends got into a massive fight and my friend got stabbed in the gym once. Videos on YouTube. That is insane. Am I gonna get shot
Hell
here?
no, this is too crazy even for me.
Didn't shoot me. Now I know why you play games with the violent ringtone in your background. I do love it. Is he gonna escape? You have the weekend to yourself. Are you off tomorrow?
No, sorry.
Don't do it, sir. Don't do it. I won't forget this. My mom would put me in soccer, gymnastics, anything. I was too shy that I wouldn't make it out. I did like 1 year of like everything, I swear. I did like a year of soccer, a year of baseball, a year of gymnastics. I wish I'd stuck with gymnastics. Nothing really ever stuck. Only takes 15 minutes a day to learn an instrument. I would definitely need an instructor. Like I would need to pay somebody that I can't afford to right now too. I mean, I could try to do it online. I can pick up a violin and still play some. Like I haven't forgotten everything. If somebody had a violin and they were like, here, play something, there's one song I know I could play. It would take me a few minutes to remember. I'd have to like kind of fiddle with it for a minute, but I could get it. Oh hey, I dragged somebody. I can see if I get that other chipmunk. I drew a portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower for a cover of a presidential report I did. That same teacher stole and said it must have ripped away from the table. He admitted he did a year later. What kind of a teacher? I'd be like, you should not be an educator. Yes. Happy Friday to you then, Black Wolf. You get off. That's nice. I have to work tomorrow, but it should be a fairly easy day. I should be able to leave by 3, hopefully. I'm currently cooking and watching the stream. I realize I'm a bit behind. No worries. Oh, no worries. All right, let's see if we can get our last Chipmunka. Chipmunk, although it's going into nighttime cycle. I was pretty sure I turned all my sounds down if you heard that. Did buy weed for my cousin. Oh, there's a player up here. Never mind. Can't find no chippy monkeys with players. Oh, that's right. I forgot you said you were going to the dentist. I remember now. Oh, remember? I have a dentist appointment next Thursday. I'm pretty sure tomorrow I can preload. Oh, thanks to Wilkie. I don't know if Wilkie's still here. I was able to pre-order Spider-Man 2. So I've got it. I'm ready. I think tomorrow I can pre-download it. So I'll be all ready to go. I think it's going to be the 20th that I can play it. So somebody was like, you can play it on the 19th. But I think it's like the 20th at midnight. So 19th, like when it's midnight, it's the 20th. I think that's when. I'm not 100% sure. I need to look it up. I had contemplated actually starting at midnight. I don't think I will. I will more than likely get some sleep and just get up early and start it. But also, when I first saw that it might be the 19th, I was kind of like, oh no, because I have a dentist appointment on the 19th I have to go to.
Yep.
It's been 6 months already since my last appointment. Where does the time go? Not the dentist, but I do have a doctor's appointment next Friday. Oh, I thought I was going to have to go to the eye doctor. I don't have a scheduled appointment until the 21st. I'm sorry, the 11th of December. But was it no, not yesterday, the day before. Was it yesterday? It was the day before yesterday.
Yep.
Tuesday. Day before yesterday.
Yep.
I was at work. It had been kind of a stressful morning, and I like look at my computer screen and there's like a blurry spot on the screen. Like where it's like my eye, there's like a little blurry patch. Like not my whole eye, but just like a small area. And, but it was to where I couldn't read like the number or letter that was right behind it. And I was like, that's weird. Is my like contact messed up? And I like, played around it for a minute. And it wasn't. And it wouldn't go away like for a while. Like I had it for quite a while. And then it shifted to where it was my whole peripheral vision on like my right side. It was like just this wavy, blurry, like whatever. And I was like, what is happening? I'm terrified. Please don't be something seriously wrong. And I was like, maybe I'm getting a migraine. Like I haven't had a migraine since I was 20 something. And eventually I ended up leaving work early and it did go away. So, but I thought I was going to have to be heading to the eye doctor and be like, what's happening? Hey, Burnt Waffles, how's it going? Last week I saw the dentist for a consultation for getting a bridge, and they said that the empty space I have is good to get braces off, so hopefully before Christmas I'll get the bridge in. I remember braces and all that nonsense. I hated it. I hated the little thing, the expander in my mouth where they had to like take the key and twist it. My mouth always felt so tight. Like my teeth felt tight, if that makes sense. My mouth, and I just like hated it. I probably should have marked the actual collectibles I needed. Now I noticed my teeth were getting a little bit sensitive the other day, and I was like, I really need to stop chewing ice. Like, I've been chewing so much ice lately. Like, so much ice. It's so bad for your teeth. We're this way or the other way? Other way. All of a sudden my throat's feeling a little like dry and sore. I don't think I drank enough water today. Too much talking. That's exciting, Black Wolf. It's always good for a while. Ooh, actually I needed that ring. Nice. On my second one. There was a couple years stint where I didn't really go to the dentist because I didn't have insurance and I couldn't really afford it. And then when I got insurance, I went to this place and they kind of screwed my teeth up a little bit. Not like anything visibly, but just like I had issues. Where then I spent the next couple of years at a different dentist fixing the stuff that this first dentist did. As a matter of fact, the first dentist, at one point, there was like a little chip in one of my front teeth. And he's like, oh, I can just put a little thing there. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, we won't even need to numb the area or whatever. It's right on the surface. And he goes to like start drilling in and it was like freaking painful. And I'm like, sure. And he's like, or we can do some like, you know, numbing stuff. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. Chewing ice is a stress indicator? Well, you know, I am stressed a lot of the time. That checks out. Checks out. I also just like really cold drinks for some reason. I don't know why. What are you doing in Red Dead? I don't know much about Red Dead Online, but I'm super big Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2 fan. Right now, I'm actually just doing a little bit of collecting. So I'm basically just riding around, and it's mostly because I got to chatting a bunch. We were talking about Halloween movies and teachers and school and all kinds of stuff. And this is kind of like a mindless way for me to enjoy the horses and the world and still chat at the same time. So that's all I'm doing at the moment. Hey, Rowdy. I just finished up a bounty a little bit ago, and I was doing some dailies as well. As a matter of fact, what are my collected dailies? American Wildflowers, bird eggs, sold. I need to sell to Madam because I think of a 10 of a bunch of stuff. Probably a bunch of flowers nearby, too. That's a creek plum, which I'm actually full of, but I do need some... Oh, no, these are chocolate daisies. So I do need some bitterweed. I'm going to pick up these 2 flowers over here, though, because there's a coin on the north of that. That's why this is the second set of braces I got, because my original orthodontist made them tight when I was younger, but as I grew older, it started to get messed up. Yes. Also, I was never told that I had to wear a retainer for the rest of my life, so I stopped wearing that at some point, and so basically everything that I didn't wear braces that long, thank goodness. It was like a year and a half, maybe. But the problem was when I turned 20, when I was in my early 20s, my bottom wisdom teeth pushed in a little bit, like came up just a little bit. And it crowded my bottom teeth a tad. Hey, hunt the leader request. But it's not that bad, so I don't really worry about it. There's a very small chip behind my front tooth. It's because my flosser went through my chip tooth filling, and when I went to get it out, some of the tooth just fell out. Yes. Oh, teeth issues, man. I used to have nightmares all the time about my teeth falling out. Yeah, the wisdom teeth too was painful. When they first came up, they were fine, and then they got infected, and it was horrendous pain. I had 4 wisdom teeth removed. I know I had the 2 bottom ones removed. I think they probably removed the top ones when they did that. So all 4 of mine are probably gone at this point. So I don't have my wisdom teeth. I don't have my appendix. I've got a beautiful, when I say beautiful, I mean massive, giant scar on my tummy. Where my appendix came out. Because I made the mistake of having to go to the emergency room on a Saturday night. And by the time they diagnosed appendix and I needed to have surgery the next day on a Sunday, apparently they couldn't do it laparoscopically, unless I'm remembering incorrectly, because it was a Sunday and there was only 1 doctor. Why the fuck you would need 2 doctors to do it laparoscopically and only 1 to slice somebody open? I don't know. Maybe the doctor didn't know how to do it laparoscopically. In any case, I got a giant scar because I live in a small town. I guess. I don't know. I used to dream about losing teeth. Why does that happen? I looked it up once what that's supposed to mean, and I forget. I forget what it's supposed to mean. Oh, I passed by the coin. Coin was down here. Right here. It's supposed to mean something. I don't really believe in dream analysis too much because I feel like there's stuff I dream about and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm feeling. I just made mango pink lemonade and that was the best thing I ever drank. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm not a huge, like, plain lemonade fan, but I do like some strawberry lemonade. Delicious. Especially Panera used to do, or over the summer does, like a frozen strawberry lemonade. Oh my gosh, so good. So good. I heard the teeth falling out dreams comes from feeling unattractive. I don't remember reading that one. I thought it had something to do with anxiety. My horse likes to eat. Do you see him? He's always snacking. Don't remember 99% of my dreams. I remember 99% of my dreams. They're crazy. Somebody was shooting something down here because there was red. I don't see anything though. Yeah, let's see if we can do a little Googling. Oh, it just says reflect negative self-image and may represent depleted energy and diminished well-being. That was the first one. Here we go. Dreams of teeth falling out may symbolize anxiety, insecurity, or loss. Hey, somebody's doing the bounty down here. Or somebody did the bounty down here. Or the infamous bounty. Oh, this is probably the guy over here. He's probably like, what are you doing? You're messing up my infamous bounty. I'll run away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. They really should put you in a solo for that. That's why I never dreamed about teeth falling out, because I'm very attractive. My long flowing beard. Have you ever tried to play this game without radar? It's very difficult. I do occasionally play without radar, yes. Online, I tend not to, just because I like to know when players are near me. But definitely in story, I'll play without radar. It can for sure be tricky if you're fighting enemies, though. But honestly, like, I know where I am. I don't use the radar for navigating because I know where I am or where I'm going, typically. But yeah, online I like to... or like to see. A lot of times when I'm getting footage for videos and stuff, I'll turn as much off as I can. Which means sometimes you'll see me in videos like not making my shots because you don't even have a reticle. See? There's no reticle or anything. It's just like... you have to kind of guess where your reticle is. I'm sorry, dear. I just had to make a point with that. I apologize. My end, it says rebirth or reinvent yourself too. Hey, Fresh, welcome back. I mean, it tracks with the, you know, the teeth falling out. I'm a anxious, insecure mess. I haven't had the teeth dream in a while, though, to be fair. It was about when I was a kid all the time. All the time. I used to have recurring nightmares about a big wave coming. And, you know, you're on the beach, and then as you start to try to run from the wave, like, the world curves up so that you can't actually escape the wave. Mm-hmm. In school, I had countless dreams. I went to school naked. I also had a dream in middle school that I saw a monster and was left abandoned. And when I went home, my parents were dead. Oof. Yes, I feel that. I didn't have any dreams where I was naked. But a lot of my dreams centered around things like being chased and not being able to run fast enough, feeling like you're running through quicksand, having a gun and trying to fight back, and like hitting them with the bullets but not doing anything to them. Those sort of dreams. Hey Lilith, how are you today? Appreciate that. Let's see, where am I right now? Let's grab this one. Tea. I need one more flower as well. Actually, what time is it? I should try to get a... Nah, I'll probably never make it. Let me see where an Agarita is real quick. If it's right outside McFarland's, I might be able to... Or... Nah, none of those are super convenient. Actually, I might be able to get this one. If I can get a camp.
Yep.
I had a dream where I was walking around barefoot around my school before. Oh, I can't get a camp. Okay, let me tell you about my dream the other night. This is part of the nightmare that I have. And honestly, this is not like... The dream... It's not a nightmare in the sense that I'm having a bad dream. It's like I'm dreaming and then it's like, bam! The realization of something horrible and I wake up. And so it's not like I'm in the dream for a long time. Yes, I have bad dreams where I'm like, yeah, being chased or like all that whatnot. But the nightmare is more like my dream is going normally until I know that something's wrong. And I wake up in that moment and I'm still in it. So the other night I had a dream and everything was normal. Like I'm just living my life. I'm in my apartment. And I start to realize that something's not right. And I'm like looking around and I'm like... Wait a minute. I was like, what time is it? I was like, if I stay in here, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at these sensors. Like, if I stay in here, this whole house is gonna, like, these sensors are gonna, I passed by the fast travel post. These sensors are gonna light up. It's gonna light up the whole house. I'm gonna be trapped in this house for the rest of my life, basically. I'm not gonna be able to escape. And I'm like, so and that's when I wake up. And so I wake up, I run to the front door. I open the front door. I stick an arm out. I don't even know why I stick my arm out the front door. And I'm like, yes, outside. That's where I need to be. If I'm outside when the sun rises, like, it'll be fine. This is my brain. And I'm now awake, sort of. And I'm like, if I'm outside, when the sun rises, this thing won't happen and I'll be fine. And I was like, this is no big deal. It's got to be like 5 a.m. I'm like, I'll just go out into my car. I'll just sleep in my car for another hour until like the sun comes up, or geez, the sun just rises like 7 something now. But I was like, I'll just go out in the car. I'll just sit out there. It'll be fine. And then everything will be fine. And as I'm walking back to my bedroom, I'm like starting to come back to reality, and realize that this is crazy. But I do grab my keys and then I sit on the bed and I'm like trying to figure out what time it is. And I'm like, what time? It's like, what time is it? It's got to be like, it was like 12:19. I've been asleep for like 45 minutes. Like, what? And like, I fully wake up and I'm fine. But I'm just like, thank God I locked the door after I open it up. It's not often that I actually get to the point of opening up the front door. But dude, man, something's wrong with my brain. In my nice dreams, I'm often told, no, this is not a dream by someone. I think that would be terrifying to me. No, this is not a dream. I hate dreams where you're falling too.
Yep.
No, thank you. Hey, 3 American Wildflowers. Perfect. I had a dream yesterday. I was in the Truman Show experience and everyone knew I knew power to off. and they were just robots. I then woke up in the dream and I was surrounded by cockroaches crawling on me. Oof. So the whole like, yes, being surrounded, like nobody being real, being surrounded by robots. Yes, that's like, it's not quite like that for me, but there are like some weird things where I dream that kind of stuff. I love the falling feeling. No, thank you. I don't like falling in real life. I hate roller coasters. I hate hills where you get that feeling in your tummy. I feel like I only remember bad dreams, never good ones, and I notice when there's a lot of change happening, I tend to have them more. I feel like I remember most of my dreams, even the ones that are just really weird and convoluted, that aren't really bad dreams, but like a lot's going on. Oh no, Mustang bucked me. The horrors. Alright, the first time he's bucked me, I think. It's kind of like me when I wake up on weekdays knowing I have work before I wake up and my brain makes me think that I'm running late, so I eventually drive to work, but I'm still in the dream. Yes. I have a lot of dreams about like missing out on stuff, like forgetting, and like I once had this whole elaborate, basically bad dream of how I had like registered for college classes. This was years ago too. I'd like registered for college classes. I had gotten my schedule. I had gone like to the first day of classes, and then I like didn't go back. And it's like I forgot about it. And like months later, I remembered that I was supposed to be taking these classes, and I was like, how am I going to pass the tests? I haven't been in any of the classes. I don't know any of the material. I don't even know how to get to this college. And I remember like walking through this maze to try to figure out how to get back to the college so that I could, and then trying to figure out which classes I was in and like trying to find the rooms. And then I'd sit down and I wouldn't know anybody. And I was just like, yes, that's my dreams. Side note, when does the new Diablo season start? Immediately after season 1 ended. It starts Tuesday, of course, just like everything else, the 17th, when the new CTAs drop, and I'm going to be busy. And 2 days before Spider-Man 2 comes out. Get it together, Diablo. Why is everything happening in October? And then you're like, wait a second, I'm an adult and I don't go to school. I was definitely an adult. I was out of college when I had the dream. It could have been when I was thinking about going back to school to get my degree, because I've done that a couple times. The only nice dream I remember when I was in a room and a lady just said, welcome to the afterlife. I saw my parents mourning me. It was nice though, because I went in a room and everything was back. I was to say that was a nice dream. I'd be like, oh no. October's the best time of the year in my opinion. It's a good month. It's a good month. I don't know why everything has to drop in October. I'm more of a like May, June type of a person, I think. But if I was up north, October is so nice because of the leaves and stuff. That's one of the things I think I'm going to go try to do this weekend is supposedly there's going to be some fall foliage. I'm not really sure how. You know, like truck it in. I don't know. But yeah, autumn. Autumn is nice. It's really nice when the days are like, it's like 75 and you've got that nice light breeze and it's just perfect. It's my favorite. If I could have that year round, I totally would do that.
Getting a little low on supplies.
All right, I gotta
here.
see where Madame Nazar is here. My focus needs more focus.
Yeah, anything's better than nothing. I suppose this will do.
I had a weird dream like that of me going back to high school and not taking this one class that I needed, and I couldn't figure out what it is and why I ditched it. It's so weird. It's so weird. And I remember that dream, and this was years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago, and I remember that feeling of like, I have dreams a lot of like, in the dream, it's like, I know that I've forgotten something, but I can't figure out what I've forgotten. And it feels like something really important, like that I need to know. Oh, you're rich? I wish I were this rich in real life. Just time in the game. We had a very warm September here, like 20 degrees nearly every day. I'm gonna need a Celsius to Fahrenheit translation for that. I'm gonna say 70s? $68. I was so close. 68. I was gonna say 60s, 70s. Right now it's 62 here. We actually had a little bit of a warmer day today. We've been having very fall weather, which is unusual for down here. But I think it did get up into the 80s today. Right now it is 81. It also rained all day and was very steamy outside. Oh no, it says it's 77 right now. We had a beautiful weekend though. It was actually a little bit almost chilly. Because I remember I walked outside because we were going to get pizza, and I walked back in and got a hoodie just in case. It's 91 here, 79 here. 91 is very warm. All right, I think I got... Yes, I did get the one bounty daily. Actually, where was Mazar? That's what I wanted to look at. She is north. All right, let me go to Annisburg. Dreams are a trip. It's crazy how they happen. Dreams are fascinating. We're at 100 to 118 Fahrenheit. Hell, sheesh. That seems ridiculously hot. Once I went into the room, everything was normal again. The only thing I remembered after that, the lady telling me, "This is your dream role," was how much I love my family. Are you gonna watch the Napoleon movie? I'm so pumped for it. I don't know what movie we're talking about. A train could have killed my horse. Can I fit through here? Obviously not, and now I'm kind of stuck. Come on. We can do it. We can do it. This train is going to take off and I'm screwed. There we go. Oh, just in time. Woo! Just in time. You're used to it? I guess that makes sense. This train tried to kill my horse. It's a movie coming out in November about the life of Napoleon. Interesting. Probably not. I have so many movies to catch up on. Aww. Hims is a little chunky. Alright, I need one of these heirlooms, so I'm actually going to stop here on the way by. Joaquin Phoenix is playing Napoleon? Interesting. I wonder why I haven't heard about this movie yet. I still need to watch the Ninja Turtles movie that came out. I'm gonna watch that. I just watched The Nightmare Before Christmas the entire way through for the first time. It's not my style of movie, so I think that's why I'd never finished it, but I just forgot the music's so good. The music's so good in that. It's fucking run me over. I love the breeze. I love layering up and having hot coffee and fuzzy socks and slippers. Me too. I definitely do miss that a little bit down here. It does get cold enough for me to do that because I'm always cold, but it's not that often. Hoodie, sweatpants, fuzzy socks, hot cocos. I don't remember where this thing is, but it sounds like it's over there. May I stand and shaken? Does it sound like it's over here? Ah, it's in this one. It's in this one. I was saying the other day, though, because my nightmares have come back. I went a couple weeks without them, and then the past maybe week, I've had it almost nightly. I was like, I would give up dreaming normal if I could if it would mean I never had the nightmare again. Worst dream I ever had, I was in a loop. Like Groundhog Day loop. No, thank you. Can you imagine if you like were in a loop in real life? How terrifying would that be? Watched The Equalizer 3 the other day and I really liked it. Oh, I haven't seen The Equalizer 3. 1 and 2 were good. I watched them. What? I also haven't watched John Wick 4 yet. I just don't have the time. Airbrush for horses. Horse airbrush. Hey, little batter. Alright, I know you're up here, madam. Where are you normally? You're normally somewhere around, like, here-ish, right? We got a Kuga. We'll preemptively get our gun out. I watched Frankenweenie again, too, and I forgot how sad the opening of that movie is. So sad. And the ending. Mostly just the movie. Imagine they make a Red Dead 2 movie. I would love it. I would say either a movie or a TV series. TV series would probably be a little bit better. As long as they don't screw it up.
I am sure there is something here to pique your curiosity.
Do not
Let
thrust
me
it.
see.
Not a bad,
bad
find, you
find.
know.
Ah, yes. It is worth seeking these out.
Here we go.
Very well.
I pay more for the whole set, you know. I was thinking about doing a Halloween
Mundane. but I
costume
will
trail
take it.
ride the last weekend in October.
All right, but it's
We're
worth
selling these as a set, you know. But I hadn't decided.
Charming but commonplace. Quite mundane, but I will take it. Charming but commonplace. Done.
I mean, is there anybody out
But
there
the
that
whole
doesn't
setting
have
worth
this
your
lady's
while.
entire dialogue memorized?
Alright, but it's worth selling these as a set, you know.
I'm done cooking, so I won't be behind again. I just cleaned up. What are you making, Diana? Yeah, exactly. 8-hour movie if they were gonna make a movie. So it needs to be a TV series. I was gonna say, as soon as my horse started jumping that rock, I knew that we were gonna run right into that tree. One of the biggest reasons why I haven't done trail rides or whatever is just like the main group I played with doesn't play anymore. So it's like, yes, I can host this event, but I don't think anybody's gonna hop in for it other than maybe a person or two. So that's why I haven't been running them. Not that it's a big deal, like anybody's welcome and it'll just be like a normal stream, but it's like, I don't want to make a big deal out of it if it's like, you know. I remember one of the last trail rides I did, we had like half the lobby was us, which was awesome. Remember the pictures of us up in the snow?
Hey, what's the problem here?
Sorry, sir.
Run!
Run!
I'm not bothering you, so quit!
What are you waiting for?
Bob was like, I'll do a trail ride. Does this trolley go to Tahiti? Oh, so in one of my groups the other day, I posted in Discord too. Someone posted and they were like, has anybody ever seen this telegram before in the mission Revenge is a Dish Best Eaten, where you go get Bronte? They stopped and like looted a bunch around the house, which they'd never done before, and they found a telegram to the police chief, and it was like, Police Chief Lambert, need a lot of men at the trolley station, no men in commercial district until I say otherwise, Angelo Bronte. And I was like, oh, that's the note where he sold them out, where he told them fake information so that they'd go rob the trolley and get $2 and a quarter or whatever. How far are you in the story stream? So on the story playthrough, I just finished chapter 6, and I'm in the very first I guess we completed the first mission in the epilogue, but like right after that. But I probably won't be able to pick that up again until after Spider-Man 2, so it'll probably be November. Is there any way to put in the community post to see who will show? Try vote? I could do that. Or I could just post it and it's just like, look, I'm going to do this ride whether I'm by myself or not. And whoever wants to join can join. Won't really be any different than... could do like a Halloween. I love it when the main goes on both sides like this. Could do like a Halloween costume, like collecting trail ride. And that way, if there's not a lot of people there, we'll just collect a bunch on said trail ride. This really is a pretty horse. You can take Bullseye. Ride like the wind, Bullseye. You did miss the crying part. I did cry. Can confirm that I did cry. Again. Alright. I'm probably not going to finish those. So I'm not going to worry about the event. Oh, did my moonshine get finished? I could actually sell another moonshine. Let's do that. Get that daily done. My focus needs more focus. I'm going to try to stream Miles this weekend. But I was talking before you got here that I have an event that I think I'm going to go do on Saturday. So it's just going to depend on how my weekend goes. Because that would mean if I go to the event on Saturday, depending on how long I'm in there, because it's not right here local, I could maybe try to do it on Sunday. But I think I need a full at least 6 hours to stream, or yeah, to get through a Miles playthrough. So I'm just going to have to kind of see how my weekend goes. I totally forgot where I was going. Moonshine Chuck. Do you know any spoilers after the Outblog? Oh yeah, I've played through more than a dozen times. Probably 15, 16 at least. I might be pushing 20 times, honestly, at this point. I've played through so many times, like, there's not a whole lot you could tell me that I would not know. Did you wind up streaming Fortnite the other day? Because if you did, I missed it. No, we've been having shitty matches the last night wasn't terrible. But leading up to that, we'd been having some really shitty matches, so I decided not to. So we just chilled. We did some zombie stuff, Horde Rush, and we did a few matches that night.
Attention. The time has come, yes? The new batch is prepared, and these buyers are
creamy chicken Cajun
impressing,
pasta.
Yes? I have
Cajun,
done my
you do like
part.
the spices?
Now you must do yours. I have prepared something superior.
Superior.
Something that will bring them crawling back for more. And now you must let nothing stand in your way.
I was only supposed to go to 6 o'clock.
Not
It's
even
after 6.
the
That's okay.
revenue men. So, on your way, huh?
I bet the 100th time you play it as Arthur, he runs off with Charlotte. That would be so amazing. One of these days, I am going to do a low honor playthrough. Not on stream, though. I've already decided I won't be able to do it on stream. It just doesn't feel right. It does not feel right to play Arthur low honor. He's my good boy. I have a character in one of my comics who is literally pretty much invincible. He went from a poor street kid who was abandoned to a literal god. Is this like a comic that you made? New Halloween update is pretty bland. GTA got like ghosts, all the things that Jack was saying, like something with animals and other stuff, whole bunch of stuff. We got nothing. Although everything's happening next week. So next Tuesday is my late day and it happens to be next Tuesday. That's my late one. Every other Tuesday is my late day. So I won't be able to get home I won't be able to stream before 5. So it's going to already be a late day. I will more than likely stream Tuesday because the new CTAs come out. Unless I'm really, really late, in which case I'll have to stream them on Wednesday. Also, the new season of Diablo comes out on Tuesday, which I'm super excited about. And Spider-Man 2 drops on Friday, I believe, whenever the 20th is. So many things happening in the same week. It's crazy. What do you think Red Dead 3 story is going to be? I think Micah is going to turn out undercover. Oh, I'm not in a party chat. Fuck. Undercover bounty hunter, cop, and Abigail to be the actual rat. I don't think that would happen. Honestly, I think that this gang's story has been told. I don't think that the next Red Dead would involve any of the main characters from this Red Dead or Red Dead 1. I think that it would be a whole new story, honestly. Yes, UFOs. GTA got UFOs as well. That's just me personally. We're also talking at least 7 to 10 years out from even thinking about a Red Dead 3, so GTA 6 isn't even out yet. Do I think there is going to be something else set in this type of universe? Yes, I don't think they're done with it. Unless the whole company falls apart, which is entirely possible. Out of the way! I also did not turn where I was supposed to turn. Idea, Red Dead Revolver 2. I tried to play the first one the other day and I was just like, this is rough. This is rough. I think we get the boat heist if it's the same gang. I just can't imagine them doing the same gang. There's nothing to do with them. There's DLC stuff you could do with them, but there's nothing to do story-wise, honestly.
Keep it moving. Nothing to see here.
Sweet. They're letting me go. In optimistic 7 to 10 years.
You said
I was gonna say a decade, and I was like, maybe not that long. Oh, you son of a bitch. Just took a bunch of my moonshine. It's probably 2 bottles worth right there. You have lost some of your moonshine. The idea I have is Landon Ricketts in 1903 or 1896. Landon Ricketts would be cool. I just don't know if I want a whole story. Like that, to me, like that's like a DLC idea. Anything with the main gang, DLC. It doesn't really matter how many of these I turn in. I just need to turn it in. Maybe you get to be a bystander in the heist. GTA did a similar thing. I made 49 different comics. That's awesome, Waffles. That's pretty cool. Very creative. Alright, this should give me one last daily here. Thanks. 19 out of 20. Okay, I thought I lost 2 bottles. And it's gonna go from 200 something down to like 170 something just for that one bottle. 170. 170.15. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. My third is feeling kind of scratchy right now, and honestly I think I just need to stop talking. And it's also, I had a little bit of a late start today, so I knew I wasn't gonna be able to go super long, so plan for the rest of the week. Tomorrow's Friday, I probably won't stream anything. Saturday I've got this event, so unless it goes poorly or I'm home early, I don't know that I'll stream on Saturday. If I am back early enough, I might start a Miles playthrough. So hopefully Sunday I'll be able to do some Miles. And then next week it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be Red Dead because I want to stream the new CTAs. And then I'm going to be doing a lot of long streams for Spider-Man 2 at the end of the week. So that's kind of the goal. Thomas, it was good to see you again. I'm glad you're doing better. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate all of you. None of them have been published because the publishers think they are too dark. Interesting. But yeah, thanks for guys for being here. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a great rest of your week if I don't talk to you. But otherwise, I will see you later. Bye, everybody.